Yo, this is Matt Fox coming to you live from Rostock, Germany. We are here in a situation where everybody here in Germany is also affected by the things going on in America. And today, if one or two people are willing to come up here and talk, we'll see if they're going to be able to recognize all the changes that are happening here in Germany because of the things that Donald Trump is doing. And so what's more important is how Americans are being affected by all this stuff. All right? So first of all, I wanted to go ahead and just touch on the fact that the Congress and the leaders of the Senate and the politicians are taking a lot of money from AIPAC. Okay, AIPAC is an Israeli organization that is donating to politicians. Hallo. Wenn Sie wollen, Sie können mitmachen, ja? Ich mache nur etwas für meinen Podcast. Ich bin Amerikaner und was passiert in Amerika affektiert uns auch. Und ich habe ganz viele auch deutsche Zuschauer. Und so Dinge, so wie was die Krieg und alles affektiert uns alles. Ja. Ne? Und wie fühlen Sie das, was Sie machen da in Amerika, die ganzen Kriegssituationen? Wie heißen Sie denn? Celine, wie heißt du?
Belinda.
Belinda. Ich bin Matt, ja, Matt Fox. Ich habe einen YouTube-Kanal, es heißt Matt Fox on YouTube. Es gibt ja einen Zettel und können Sie zuschauen, wenn Sie wollen. Ich mache auch einen deutschen Podcast auch. Und da sind mehrere da. Ja, und ja, aber wie fühlen Sie mit den zum Beispiel die Wehrpflicht? Ja. Affektiert das ihr auch als Weiber? Mussten Sie auch so?
Ich glaube eher so, wir haben ja auch Brüder und Geschwister und das wäre ja schon traurig.
Ja, ich habe auch einen 14-jährigen Sohn und er sagt zu mir, dass wenn das Wehrpflicht hier in Deutschland gibt, dann danach geht es nach Amerika. Aber heute Morgen in den Nachrichten haben die gesagt, die würden auch die Wehrpflicht für junge Menschen. Yep. Genau so. Und haben Sie auch Autos? Fahren Sie Autos?
Ich bin gerade mit Führerschein dabei und sie hat schon.
Ja, okay. Benzin, ne?
Richtig teuer.
Wie viel?
2,50 € schon fast.
Pro Liter.
Ja.
Pro Liter. Ja, es ist ja Wahnsinn. Ja? Und meine Eltern in Amerika, die bezahlen über 1 Euro oder $1,50 mehr als vorher.
Echt?
Ja, in 2 Monaten vorher, es war 1,50 weniger. Und was denken Sie, waren Sie schon in Amerika? Nein. Naja, und was denken Sie von dem Präsidenten da? Haben Sie den KI-Image gesehen, was er gepostet hat den anderen Tag? Furchtbar.
Ja, es ist wirklich schlimm. Also wir behandeln das auch in der Schule im Englischunterricht und wir reden da auch ganz viel drüber, über Politik und was wir machen können.
In welcher Klasse sind Sie denn, wenn ich fragen darf?
11.
11. Sehr schön, sehr schön. Mein Kind ist in der 8. Klasse. Ja, gut. Denn ich danke Ihnen für Mitmachen und hoffentlich Sie schauen rein. Und ich mag das in ein paar Tagen, ich stelle das in der Öffentlichkeit. Ja? Ich danke Sie.
Schönen Tag Ihnen.
Danke, ciao, ciao. So, like they're saying, the gas prices here are way more expensive than they are the other day. You know what I'm saying? For 2 months, it was €1.50 less than what it was now. All right? And so to the topic of the AIPAC, many of our politicians in Congress and in the Senate are taking money from AIPAC, and AIPAC has just been using Donald Trump like a puppet. And it's very, very likely that they have some sort of information on him or videos or other things in order to help him decide to back their move in Iran. And that's what's happening. And that because of that, it is causing economic problems all around the world. All right? So it's going to have to be something that the Congress is going to have to look at and decide whether that's going to be something that they want to continue, because another nation just like Russia trying to somehow form the politics in America, it doesn't work that good. You see that now with your gas prices. You see that now with everything that's going on in the world. Everybody in the whole world is paying more for gas. People in Asia and all around other countries who depend on that gas and that oil from that area, they're having to ration gas, and they're having to pay a shitload more just to get their cars filled up. You know what I'm saying? So in other areas, we have to ask, what roles did Mossad play in this? What role did Mossad play in this? We really have to ask ourselves that question, because nobody is looking at it. But if Mossad is having that much influence on our politicians, then we need to clean house. We need to clean house. And I'm talking to you as a Republican, all right? So the thing is, if they have blackmail material, or they're using that against U.S. politicians, then that forms the basis for a very, very bad way forward. Our nation cannot go forward independently anymore when we've got other nations that are forming our beliefs and how they move forward. We have somebody in the Department of Defense or Department of War that is now spouting regularly scripture and this and that, and even trying to make it some sort of a religious but it's not. It's wrong no matter what. And when the Pope steps forward and says peace is the way to go, and then Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth are trying to say that God is on their side, it's not that way. It's not that way at all. So, especially when they're trying to cover up a sex scandal. You know what I'm saying? When they're trying to cover up a sex scandal, then the only reason for their decisions is because of the things that they have done and the things that they are guilty of. And that's why they're trying to cover it up. So as far as, all right. So things are falling apart over here. Didn't really prepare too well. But nevertheless, let's see if I can get this handle real quick. And I'll get back with you in a second. Have to cut that out later on. So nevertheless, social media and paid influencers are also forming the basis for the conversation that is going on in American politics and around all the different areas in politics. They're choosing to ignore the sex scandals that are going on and all of the things that the Republican Party is trying to hide. And because of that, other people are getting caught up. Other people are being called out right now. People are being called out right now. I'm talking about the Kardashians. I'm talking about Erica Kirk, Ellen, Diddy. They're all being called out for their role in the things that Jeffrey Epstein did and their possible guilt and criminal liability for the things that they have done in the past. And we're going to see if there is some accountability in that area, because the only people that have been held to account at this point in time has been the Andrew in England and maybe Mendelsohn, and a few other people have stepped back from their roles in the public office, but nobody has really been called to account, as been prosecuted. Nobody's been prosecuted, although there's a long list of people who were listed as co-conspirators. Nobody's been held to account. And there's another area that I'm finding it really, really hard to believe, is that so many allegations are out there about Donald Trump, and nobody is asking this dude. Nobody is asking this dude. So I want to go ahead and call out TMZ right now and suggest that TMZ ask Donald Trump, who was Bubba? Yeah, was Bubba circumcised? Yeah. Did he climax? I mean, these are questions that I really would like to find out. And I believe the American people want to find out too. Because if indeed this situation has occurred and if there's a video of this, then it needs to come out. Because see, Donald Trump is somebody who's been sitting there trying to do away with DEI and LGBTQ and everything else. And if indeed it comes out that this guy was possibly sexually satisfying some guy named Bubba, then I mean that's hypocrisy 100%. I don't know. I'm going to find out hopefully at some point, but thing is, here in Germany, these people are not happy with the way things are going. People are not happy. They are happy that they're not in America, that's for sure. But the German public is not happy about the situation going on in America. And every day I talk to more and more people and they tell me that something has got to change. Over here in Europe, we had an election in Hungary, and for some reason Donald Trump thought it would be a good idea to send J.D. Vance over there to try to help out the authoritarian ruler Viktor Orban. And it was a few days later that Viktor Orban was voted out of office because of his, not only his policies, but because of his continuing attempt to push the people of Hungary down. He was using his position to enrich himself, using his position to enrich his family, and therefore they wanted to stand up and do the right thing, and that they did. So now he's out of office. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off for today. I got some other appointments, but I'm gonna try to have one conversation before I go, and that is to a couple of gentlemen here. Give me a second here.